Later on, we also will have an interview with Julian Fellowes, who is joining me now live on the show. Welcome to.
Not that later on.
Not that late. I thought you were coming in about a minute, but
Okay.
you come earlier. That's punctuality. I think is so important.
Very
don't
good.
you? So, Miss Saigon. Why do you think it is coming back to the stage after all these years?
Well, I think Cameron feels it's the right time, and I mean, he's got a pretty good instinct for these things. So my own guess would be that it is. You know, it's rather nostalgic, this, because it's where we had Mary Poppins, which I was working with Cameron on. So a little bit of déjà vu here. But I think maybe it is right. This is a funny time we're living through, and God knows it's a funny time that the show's about. So maybe they'll kind of mix well, you know.
You've had experience at the West End. There have been some headlines of late. We've had talk of, I Can't Sing has closed, the Full Monty's closed early. Do you think we're in a tough time, or is that just the nature of West End?
I think theatre's always a pretty tough time, if I'm honest. I mean, nobody ever said to their parents, I want to be an actor, and they said, oh, good. You know, that's never happened. So I think it's always a gamble, and like all gambling with high stakes, high wins are great, but it's a risky business.
Now, you have written films, you've written television programs, you've written musicals as well. Are you tempted to ever come back and write more?
Oh, yes. I've just written a new version of Wind in the Willows, and I've got two other musicals that are sort of on the stocks. So it is a form I enjoy, actually. I like the collaborative thing of it, which is much more so than a movie or a TV show. Well, I say that. TV shows now in America have these great writing rooms, but I don't. I just sit there alone with a cup of coffee, tearing what's left of my hair out.
Even when you've been writing your American show, you've been doing it on your own?
No, I haven't started that yet. I'm only doing that at the end of Downton.
Okay.
And then we'll see. We'll see if I do it in a different way. I think the idea is to do the first series as I wrote Downton, and then maybe to expand. But then, by then it may have been cancelled or never made. Nothing is certain in showbiz.
You say the end of Downton. Is that in your mind? You'll upset a lot of fans if you start talking in those terms.
It's not immediate, despite what the Daily Mail constantly tell us. We're filming this year's at the moment, and I'm pretty sure there'll be one next year.
And beyond that, do we have any more?
Well, I mean, it's not my decision. It's not up to me. So, who can say?
Do you have an end in sight, though, when you're writing? Do you see where it's going, and do you have an end point you can think about?
I hardly see where my hand is going to the end of the line. All of these people who have their whole lives mapped out in 12 words, I'm just so not one of them. But, I think we have a sort of vague idea of where we would take them, but how far along the road we would take them, I don't know.
Fantastic. Well, we all look forward to seeing where it goes. Thank you very much, Lord Fellowes.